Hello, welcome, and my love to all of you. This is Anshu Sharma here. Let's talk about the current energies. It is coming to a stage where humanity is full of confusion. So many narratives, most opposing to each other, are being thrown. It is time to apply intense discernment that comes only through continuous investment in knowledge, listening to a few speakers whom you are familiar with, and your own spiritual practices. Many people are saying algorithms are in place to manipulate, increase, or decrease speakers' views on various platforms such as YouTube in line with proposed agenda. So stay with the speakers you trust, whose character, history, unbiased approach, effort for your benefit, and selfless service you are familiar with. Spirituality is not a religion. Ascending through chakras, your energy centers, requires a lot of courage and determination to face the truth. As you walk on the path of ascension, you come across many devilish attractions and fear and control issues. Attractions in the form of money, ego boost, illusions, sex, and other material comforts are presented in order to dissuade you. If these do not work, then you are presented with fear based control and threats. Both attractions and fear test your inner resolve. How far are you inclined to stay on the path of truth? Where is your inner and outer warriorship? How much you are prepared to compromise? How much you are prepared to change your perspective based on other people's fear and control based projections? Where is your own resolve and determination for your own freedom and rights? Everything and all is tested. Your passion, interest, effort, determination, and courage decide your ascension, else you stay on the same plane, where you may reside for some time, only to be tested again. Fears, doubts, and confusion is gripping people's minds. Egoic personalities are fast crashing. Instead of handling the energies of fear, doubts, and confusion, people are attempting to throw them outside, making these people feel relieved, somewhat for the time being. On receiving side, if you are not conscious and aware, you are absorbing the infection of mistrust, doubt, confusion, and fear. You have severed from your own path of faith and trust. You are losing faith in your own knowing. People are also shutting others from speaking the truth. Truth is hard to digest and difficult to face. In prevention, truth does not exist. People close their eyes. Even if you give them reasoning in support of the truth, people do not want to listen. It is like standing on a seashore, closing your eyes and turning your back on the approaching shark and pretending it does not exist. If you face the fact At least you can do something to save yourself. The most important teaching, if there is one, is in the midst of what others are doing, what can I do in order to alleviate my sufferings? What can I do to prevent and protect my own self? In spirituality, the focus remains on the self. Then you go about discovering direct or indirect ways to tackle your current problem, situation, or relationship. Prematurely trying to change others, pointing fingers on them, gathering support in your favor to prevent others from talking, and hoping people sing in your tune does not work. It only weakens your own power of self determination, courage, and resolve. Spirituality and ascension is not for the weak and the meek. It is time to stay firmly in our own truth, in our own resolve, with determination and with courage, and not get swayed by people's projection of their truth and their inherent desire to control. What goes around comes around. If you try to control others in your own ways of thinking or doing, you are going to experience control issues yourself sooner or later. How, no matter how bitter it may be, you have to allow others their expression. You may or may not agree with what they are saying. Your truth may be different from others, but you have to allow people their basic right of free speech, their inherent right to express themselves. Research and continuous investment in knowledge is needed more than ever. This is one of the powerful way to dodge and not fall under illusions and others' manipulations and controls. Right now, ego is speaking one thing and zooming it out of proportion in exclusion of others. The reality is, nothing is separate from the whole. Everything is a fractal of the whole. All universal energies are contained in it. A fractal means identical to whole. Though identical to the whole, a fractal is expressing a fraction of it. Same goes with our mind and brain. Not able to contain infinite and unlimited knowledge. It only expresses a fractal at one time. Our bodies, like Mother Earth, contain everything existing outside. That includes all energies, metals, minerals, all bacteria and viruses. Our immune system is so complex that our limited scientific brain can never understand it fully. Instead of falling into prevalent illusions, it may be wise to focus on building our own immune system and rest in the trust. We wait and see for ourselves the result of what is going on. On an average, in 2020, people are now observing the survival rate was more than 99%, with virtually no hospitalization amongst their near and dear ones. But right now, many people are observing and witnessing more hospitalization after the injections. There are people who will always fall into the illusions no matter what. 10 to 20% of the population will succumb. Then there will be a few who are ready to take the red pill, who have opened their mind to the truth, who are willing to learn, do their own research, and investigate. All it comes to is it is your body and your decision. Under confusion and doubts, when we cannot decide one way or the another, it is better to keep giving God to handle a situation for us. An informed and calculated decision always helps in the long run. Let's talk about some exciting and positive energies which are on the planet right now, which are awakening humanity, and the energies of human rights and freedom, free speech are prevalent on our planet. Throughout the month of April and still going on, our planet is filled with intense and very powerful energies. Energies changing our DNA. Moment to moment, we are changing. We are never the same. In these intense times of awakening, the energies of human rights and freedom are predominant. Consciousness is conscious observance. It is then the wave from its potential form collapses into reality. Conscious observance is what you are observing through your physical eyes and also through your thoughts and emotions. Other word of observance is seeing. So observance is also seeing. Seeing is a very broad word that also means to focus on, to detect, to give energy to think about, and to apply feeling or energy to. Seeing is also aligning. So basically, what you are observing, what you are seeing, what you are giving focus to, what you are detecting, what you are giving energy to, what you are thinking more about, and what you are aligning more and more with, to that thing you are giving more power and potency. So we apply discernment. Are we giving or observing or seeing more positive, or are we seeing more negative? In short, what you observe exists. What you see exists. What you think and feel about exists. When you align with a thing, energetically, more real it becomes. When consciousness is applied through conscious observance, the potential waveform collapses and projected into the holographic physical matter of our reality. And then, when something is projected into holographic physical matter, it is detected by our physical senses. And we say it has come into our physical reality. So, right now, when we focus on human rights, human speech, and human freedom, and give these issues continuous energy through our thinking, our feeling and acting, we are applying principle of conscious observance. We are applying principle of conscious seeing in our mind's eyes. Potential waves of energies of what? Human rights, human speech and freedom, which are being directed by our intent, will collapse into reality. This process is instantaneous. We can practice and see it in our own individual lives. Light of consciousness, once lit, spreads like a wildfire from one human to another because we are constantly radiating light. Let us make this process of and awakening of human rights, human speech, and human freedom so that this process gathers speed. Let's make this process conscious. Let's all of us want to see it in our reality. Let us all think about it more and more. Let us see it in in our inner eye. Let us visualize, observe, feel, and act as if humanity is already free. And in one timeline, human rights and freedom has already happened. But you have to make effort to see it in your reality. Let us repeat. In one timeline, human rights and freedom has already happened. But you have to make effort to see it in your reality. Thanks for listening. You may watch a particular playlist of your choice under my YouTube channel Anshu Sharma 9D, such as awakening, quantum creation, quantum, mind modification, or parenting. And if you like this video, please subscribe and share so that all of us make effort. All of us make effort to spread the light. Somebody out there might listen to a particular video, gets inspired, and decide to participate in this great awakening. Thanks a lot. Till we meet again. Bye. Take care. Love and light.